Hey everyone, my name is Eric and this is your daily dose of hope. This past weekend, Pastor Nick jokingly talked about how people from this part of North Dakota and Minnesota were not very good at resting. And the thing is, we all know it's true. It's not a joke. We're just not a talent that we have to sit down and rest. But really, it's something we should do because that's one of the ways for us to connect with God. When we actually stop doing and focusing on being, that we can spend more time with God. And one of the ways that we can do that is prayer. And when we pray, when we stop and we rest and we give things over to Him, God can accomplish so much more than we can. And when God accomplishes more, that means that we accomplish more as well. So resting in prayer can actually lead to growth in faith. And that's what I want to focus on today in this story from Mark 9. It's the story of the demon-possessed boy who's brought by his dad to the disciples, and the disciples can't cast out the demon. Well, Jesus comes and he kind of scolds the disciples and all the other people there for their lack of faith, and then he rids the boy of the demon. And here's how that story finishes up in verses 28 and 29 from Mark 9. And when he had entered the house, his disciples asked him privately, "Why could we not cast it out?" Meaning the demon. And Jesus said to them, "This kind cannot be driven out by anything but prayer." Now in Matthew 17, there's this same story. And when the disciples asked why they could not cast out the demon, Jesus said, "Because of your little faith." So what do we see there? We see there's two reasons why the disciples couldn't cast out the demon. Because of their lack of faith and because they just needed to spend more time in prayer. So what does this have to do with being resting, spending more time in prayer, and seeing our faith grow? What this story is telling us basically is that our amount of faith and the time we spend in prayer seem to go hand in hand. In other words, the time and effort that we spend in prayer also seems to lead to a growth in faith. So when we spend time being and praying with God, our faith actually grows. Well, why is that significant, or why does it matter? Here's what I think. I think there are things in our life that are challenging, big things like this demon. Now, it may not be a demon in our life, but we've got big challenging things that we never quite seem to have the amount of faith we need to do, or the faith to accomplish what it is. And maybe that's because we just don't spend enough time in prayer. We don't spend enough time in rest and being with God. And so that's what I want to encourage you to do in your life. Spend more time resting and being with God. Spend more time in prayer. Pray about the things in your life. And in the process, your faith will actually grow. And as your faith grows, it'll be amazing to see what God can accomplish. I hope you find this helpful today. God bless and have a great day.